welcome to your new favorite podcast, Back Talk. I am your host, Irina, aka Amethyst Queen. I want to thank you guys so very much for continuing to hanging in there with me as I go ahead and give you guys my weekly top 3 picks about things that's been going on around the world, all over social media, things that you knew, didn't know, or needed to know. But it's okay. Again, I am here to come save the day. Excuse my voice, going through a little transition right now, but bear with me. And as always, I will go ahead and give you guys my hot topic of the week as well. So, again, without further ado, if you let me, I will let you guys in on what's been going on. We have seen it many times where the police are just acting a plum fool. Am I right or am I wrong? Well, I came across this video where a sergeant from Florida Police Department, Christopher Police, has showed up on the scene of an arrest that was being made. Now, when he got there, the man that was arrested was already detained and put in the backseat of another squad car. Well, for whatever reason, I guess Christopher thought that he was being disrespected by somebody who's already handcuffed, and literally just started verbally attacking this man, saying some real crazy things about "I will take your soul out of you" type thing, and it was crazy. But to make matters even worse, one of his other colleagues that was on the scene, another officer, heard the commotion and went and took him, kind of tugged him on his belt, like back up, like it is no need for that. Well, Mr. Police thought it was in his power to turn around and lunge at his fellow officer by her neck. Yes, I said her. But as a quick, maybe not even 5 seconds, less than 5 seconds, he dropped his hand down to her shoulder. Even still, with everything that was going on, you thought it was okay for not one, show up to the scene and start acting a plum fool. 2, when somebody is trying to tell you, hey, stop whatever you're doing too much, you want to turn around and try to take them down by the throat. And they had the audacity to sit there and cuss them out, just because you're in a higher rank of me, you get to treat me like that? No. So, guess what happened? Surprisingly, he is not on administrative leave or paid administrative leave. According to the news outlet out there, he was actually charged for battery and assault on an officer. Yes, he got charged, along with other charges, misconduct and tampering with evidence. So, there's a little list that goes on with this police officer, man. So, I am glad that he was charged. The only thing that I don't like about, well, I'm not going to say the only thing, but one of the things that I also noticed in this video, if you guys go ahead, which you guys can go ahead and check out on the Back Talk fan page. But what I didn't like about it is that the person that tried to intervene in his antics and being overzealous about, the way he showed up to the scene, was that only one officer stepped in to try to calm the situation down. And then on top of that, it was a female, it was a woman that stepped in to intervene. But at the same time, that not only did no one else intervene, when the sergeant went to her throat, if you guys look at the video, he took her by the throat and pushed her, was pushing her up against another squad car. But when that happened, if you guys watch the video, no one else from that was on the scene even trying to stop him from even going after her, or even when they seen him put his hand around her neck. Nobody else that was there said or did anything. When he let go and told her, "Don't you ever fucking touch me again," he turned around to go walk back to the squad car where the man was arrested at. Or not, I'm sorry, detained at. And they just kind of just sat there like, what am I supposed to do, George? Like, come on now, this is not rocket scientist. Somebody should have intervened, especially knowing that this was a woman. Regardless if it was a man or a woman, but just knowing that it was a woman, that you had the notion to think like this is okay. No. So again, I'm glad that the officer, Christopher Police, was arrested and charged with multiple, counts. But again, with the officers that was on the scene when it happened, I honestly believe that they owe this woman a sincere apology for not stepping in, because if seeing this man come up at the end of the arrest where the man was already detained and in the back seat, and he came with that much aggression, how do you know that with him doing that to his fellow officer, it could have went way worse? What would y'all have done? Waited till she passed out before you guys wanted to intervene? Come on, you guys, do fucking better. Do better. I mean, you guys already got a bad rap sheet. The police department has a very bad rap sheet. I don't care what state, what city, whatever. Which brings me to my next one. This one, I didn't even know it was even possible. But then again, I've never been arrested before, and I've never been to jail. So with that being said, there is an officer, sorry, let me correct that, a correctional officer that is in Indiana, was selling keys to a woman's facility to other inmates, male inmates, for $1,000 for the reason of rape, harassment, anything that you could possibly think of, probably. The officer had the audacity to go ahead and sell these keys to the next facility of the women. 28 women has come forward saying that they've had night terrors, they've been attacked by men en masse, being beaten and raped. The correctional officer's name is David Lowe. Again, you guys can go ahead and check out this story on the fan page. But he's also been charged for, he's been charged for sex trafficking and facilitating rape in the women's facility. Of course, he has been fired, and yes, he has been charged. The crazy thing is about this story is, for one, a couple things. Where is these inmates, for one, getting $1,000? I mean, I know the jails and the COs, hell, even the Warren, y'all seen Shawshank Redemption. They are all faulty. But where are you getting $1,000 from? I'm just very curious on that. And then too, how is it that this man even came up with the idea of doing something like that? I mean, I get it. People are money hungry here and there, but you are putting lives in danger doing this. Again, women are being affected by a lot of stuff. And again, this is, it's crazy. Um, the CEO also was charged for aiding and escape. Charges of aiding, escape, official misconduct. His criminal trial is due to start in November of this year. Once again, the bullshit and shenanigans within our judicial system. That's a monster. That is a monster. Well, he's a monster, but he was a monster with a badge. The fuckery that comes along with the police departments and the stuff that's been going on. I mean, literally, I can give you guys, like, I swear to God, within the last maybe 2 or 3 days, I've seen so many incidents with the police. And yes, unfortunately for anybody dealing with the police and have to deal with the bullshit that they bring, it's just the fact that unfortunately I'm coming across, of course, more and more white officers abusing the black culture, us, and then you might see 1 or 2 here and there when they're abusing their power for with another race or whatever. But it's crazy. Again, a rap sheet. The police are just, your guys are supposed to sit here and help us, not take advantage of us or use that power against us. I mean, yeah, laws has been put in for a reason, but I swear to God, you guys are not shit. Y'all ain't shit. And I mean that. Y'all really ain't shit. I'm not saying all y'all, but honestly, we gonna get to another percentage later. That we're not gonna do that. Moving on to another just stupid for you to even say this. This officer has been blasted all over social media for a leaked tape by a fellow officer about him shooting a black man 119 times. For one, you're a police officer, right? I just don't know where you got 119 bullets to shoot at one person. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and read you this one, because this one is just way off base on this one. Sam Dobbins used to be the police chief in the majority black city of Lexington, Mississippi. That ended, and he was fired after leaked audio revealed just what kind of person Dobbins is. In the conversation with another officer who didn't push back at all, Dobbins used racial slurs and boasted about killing 13 people, including a black man that he shot 119 times. They had a 2-1 vote to effectively immediately fire Dobbins. 3-2, I'm sorry. But why would you want, with that being said, that one is just crazy to know that somebody, an officer, is just like, hey, yeah, who walks around doing that besides stupid people? Obviously, he's part of the stupid crew. But how can you overkill? Now, I've heard being stabbed 70-something times. I've heard being shot 18 times or 20 times or what. 119 times. And this is one officer. The audio that was played, like he said he did it, it was justifiable. It was justifiable that he shot this man 119 times. He also went on to say that sometimes it's not even justifiable, but he'll kill a motherfucker if he had to. This is the type of shit that we come across in the world of policing. Our law enforcement. These are the type of people that we come across on a daily basis. And not a lot of people talk about it. And even within their own force, they don't say nothing. So you got this man just like all hunky-dory, like everything is all fine, and then gets fired for this. Now, I thought about, with him being fired behind this, how do we know that he still won't go and try to still act like police when, regardless of how small the town is or whatever, they said it is a small town and everybody knows everybody or whatever, but even still, how do we know this man is still not going to act as if he still has a badge and still does this type of bullshit? This is in Mississippi. So you can only imagine. I do want to say, I want to do one more. I do want to do one more, but very briefly, because this goes to show how racist police can be. Now, there was an article that I came across where it was the entire police force quit when they hired a black woman for chief. They put in their resignation, the whole staff and officers resigned 2 days after she got there, claiming it's a stressful work environment. People that's been working at this police station for years, but when a black woman steps in, you guys are saying this is a stressful work situation and environment. Okay, really? This is why we don't like y'all. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Unfortunately, fortunately, this is what it is. So with my hot topic of this week is dealing with the buffoonery of and fuckery of the police. We've dealt with too many deaths. We've dealt with too many false arrests, harassment, and it doesn't make any damn sense. It doesn't. And it always comes down to race, which is fucking crazy. Now, it's a given. It's just not done or seen a lot. But yes, more white officers are doing a whole lot of racial shit than it is black people, black officers. But even still, regardless of if you palm people, you know, we shouldn't be afraid to call the police when we're in trouble. We shouldn't be afraid to call or get pulled over and not think that we gonna get shot or anything like that. It's a whole lot that's been going on within the recent, like I said, the last 3 days, where we're getting beaten, we're getting shot. A man got pulled over, or a man was driving down his own street. They flipped on their lights saying that he ran a stop sign, which he didn't, but he goes to his house, and he's literally going to his house. He gets out his car, he goes up in his house, and they chase him in his house and drag him down the stairs and beats him and tases him. Are you fucking kidding me? This shit is bullshit. You can't even drive down your own damn street. You can't even get all the way into your house without these motherfuckers taking you down for no reason. By the way, he is suing the police department. I will put that video up. That was just something I just wanted to throw in there too. But there was another video where Another officer, I believe, was out there in Florida, and she was trying to get by another car. So she tells the car, like, the person in the car, you got to move, right? Okay, so she drives on, no problem. But of course, the recording records her saying, I hate fucking niggers. Regardless of them being recorded on a daily basis, more needs to be done. It really does. And I mean more as far as better training. I mean, we say this all the time, better training, a better staff, a better understanding, mental therapy, like all this type of stuff, right? But you got some of these officers that don't go through none of that stuff. They get fired, and what ends up happening? They move to a whole nother city or a whole nother state and get hired at another department or another office and still do the same shit. Now, yes, they keep records on file for any incidents that they do, but of course it never comes up until they actually hurt somebody or somebody ends up dead and it becomes national news. Then you start seeing these motherfuckers rap sheets. 20 years of complaints and harassments. I mean, their list is longer than a prison sentence for a lot of these so-called officers of the law that don't do shit. And I'm definitely not here for it. I will never be here for it. That's why they said to dismantle the police when the whole, unfortunate events of George Floyd, rest in peace. It's Breonna Taylor. The list goes on. But even still, there are some cities out there that have actually retrained their officers for better situations or for different scenarios and situations. And it seems to be working, but why can't the rest of these states or racial states not go by this? Because why? We have too much racism in the world right now. And this is on a totally different subject, but that's pretty much what it is. And we cannot get past this, unfortunately. But until we can try to do something about it, all we can do is keep fighting for our rights and do the best that we can. But regardless, when it comes down to it, the police ain't shit, and I'm sticking by what I said. I don't know if anybody's ever had any problems with the police. If you guys did, I hope that, it wasn't a bad experience. But if you did, I mean, you guys are entitled to your guys' feelings. Now, I've never even ran into the police to where they did some dumb shit. I mean, they done dumb shit, but not way out shit. But again, how are we supposed to trust the people that's supposed to protect us? Hell, I will trust my own dog to protect me before I would want a police officer to protect me. And that's being 100% real. To each his own. And I'm going to just leave it at that. But I do want to thank you guys once again for joining me on my weekly podcast. To give you more insight on everything that's been going on and happening. I do want to leave you guys with, of course, positive vibes only. And please like, share, and comment. And also let me know about the topics that I've picked for you guys. And let me know how you guys think of what's been going on and what I've been bringing you guys. I really appreciate it. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Kisses. Bye-bye.